A woman threw a diaper bag at my head in the parking lot and screamed, "You left my baby in a locked van for 4 hours." I don't have your baby. Sunshine Daycare. You run it. My daughter Zara could have died. I don't run a daycare. I'm a civil engineer. She showed me a website. Sunshine Daycare. Director, Jasper Montoya. My face on the About Us page. More parents arrived. Angry. 12 families who'd enrolled their children at my daycare. Detective Gallagher investigated. Someone had opened a licensed daycare using my identity. Operated for 6 months. Made $90,000. Then left a 4-year-old locked in a van for 4 hours. His name is Wesley Drummond, Gallagher said. Former preschool teacher. Fired for negligence. Barred from working with children. Where is he? Gone. Fled before we arrived. Could be anywhere. The parents sued me. My face was on the license. My name ran the facility. But I wasn't letting Wesley destroy 12 families and walk away. I researched Wesley's history. 5 years ago, he'd been fired from Little Scholars Academy. Before that, Happy Hearts Preschool. Before that, Bright Futures Learning Center. Pattern. Open a facility, operate for 6 months, something goes wrong, flee to the next state. He's addicted to childcare, I told Gallagher. It's not about the money, it's about being around kids. Then he'll open another daycare. Exactly. I created a fake job posting. New daycare opening in Newark. Seeking experienced director. No background check required. Cash payment. Immediate start. Posted it everywhere Wesley might look. Made it irresistible to someone who couldn't pass normal screening. He responded within 48 hours. I have 15 years experience in early childhood education. I can start Monday. And I scheduled an interview. Abandoned warehouse converted to daycare space. Gave him the address. Gallagher positioned officers in the parking lot. Cameras recording everything. Wesley arrived at 10 a.m. Walked in carrying a portfolio. References. Certifications. All fake. I'm Jasper Montoya, I said, standing in the empty room. The real one. Wesley froze. You ran a daycare using my identity for 6 months. Left a 4-year-old in a locked van. I don't know what you're talking about. Sunshine Daycare. Pinehurst Avenue. 12 children enrolled. I pulled out photos. His face on the website. His signature on enrollment forms. His fingerprints. My stolen fingerprints on the license application. You studied my background. Stole my biometric data from a blood donation hack. Built a perfect identity. Wesley backed toward the door. Officers blocked it. I took care of those children, Wesley said. Fed them. Kept them safe. Zara was locked in a van for 4 hours. 97 degrees outside. One mistake. You've made that mistake 3 times. I showed him records. Little Scholars. Happy Hearts. Bright Futures. 3 children endangered. 3 facilities abandoned. Gallagher stepped forward. Wesley Drummond, you're under arrest for child endangerment, identity theft, and fraud. I'm a good teacher, Wesley shouted. Better than most licensed directors. The parents loved me. They loved me, I corrected. They trusted my face, my credentials, my clean background check. They cuffed him in the empty warehouse. The fake daycare that would never open. 12 families are here, I said, waiting outside. Wesley's eyes widened. I opened the door. Keisha stood there with 11 other parents, all watching. This is Wesley Drummond, I announced. The man who ran Sunshine Daycare. The man who left Zara in a van. Keisha walked forward, looked at Wesley's face, really looked at him. You're different, she whispered. The eyes, the mouth. I thought you were him. He wanted you to think that. I pulled up our photos side by side. Close enough to fool parents dropping off children. Not close enough to fool you now. The other parents surrounded us, silent, just watching Wesley realize he'd been caught by the identity he'd stolen. You wore my face to gain their trust, I said. Made $90,000. Endangered 3 children across 3 states. I stepped closer. You said parents loved you. They loved who they thought you were. Someone with credentials, background checks, engineering precision. I held up my actual credentials, my actual license. Someone who earned the right to be trusted with their children. Gallagher started walking him toward the squad car. Wait, I called out. Wesley turned. Keisha's daughter Zara stood behind the parents. 4 years old, still scared of vans. She almost died because you stole my identity to bypass background checks, I said. Because you were too dangerous to work with children under your real name. I looked at the parents. Now everyone sees your real face. The one that should have been barred from their children. They pushed him into the car. 12 families watching. 12 families finally seeing the truth. I handed Keisha my business card. My real one. Civil engineer. Bridge designer. That's who I actually am, I said. Not a daycare director. Never was. She nodded slowly. Wesley pressed his face against the car window, staring at the families he'd endangered. The identity he destroyed. You wanted to work with children so badly you stole someone else's permission, I said. Now you get 19 years to remember their faces.